Good morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead, and it's time for breakfast. And so we are going to be doing a make and freeze breakfast meal this morning to continue with our make and freeze meals efforts. And this of course goes to food security, particularly to our level 1 in leveling up our food storage, helping all of us to better prepare for having 60 days worth of meals or ingredients to make meals in our freezer, refrigerator, and pantry. And we're having the best time with this little series that we're doing, and we're probably going to keep doing it every once in a while. Pretty soon that document that we have up there with all the recipe on is going to be page after page after page of recipes. But you can always, I do one recipe per page, and in order to find that, you just go to our website, and here is the URL. Go to our website, go to recipes, and then all the way to the bottom of the recipes section is the Make and Freeze Meal document. And this will be Make and Freeze Meals 10. And so we're just going to keep going and going, and then once you download that document to your device, you can print off whichever page or pages that you wish. So this is fun, and it is also very useful for all of us. This is our first breakfast make and freeze meal, and we think that it has lots of versatility, including the ability for us to take it on the road when we go on some of our trips. This is a Tater Tot breakfast casserole. I was tempted to do this instead of in this baking pan, to do it in muffin tins, which would be very easy to do as well. But we have a recipe similar to that from my sister Cindy in one of our nutrient-dense, I think it's nutrient-dense meals, where that recipe is. She does them in muffin tins. It's a little different recipe. And then they take those when they go on their ski trips. So we're going to cut these. When this cools a little bit, we'll cut these in serving sizes, bag each one individually, and then put them in our freezer. And we'll go all the way to that point with this recipe. So first I'm going to take 32 ounces of tater tots and just put in this baking dish. Spread them evenly, and then I have a cup of, these are pork crumbles. The recipe says crumbled meat. You can use hamburger, you can use sausage. These are called pork crumbles. We get these at our restaurant store. They're specifically designed to go on the top of pizza, little pieces of ground pork, so they will work perfectly to add some extra protein to this recipe, and spreading those around. We want each serving to have as equal amount of the ingredients as possible. Then in my blender, I have a dozen eggs. To that, I'm going to be adding a half a cup of whole milk, a cup of shredded jack cheese, and then, about a half a teaspoon of salt, and a quarter teaspoon of pepper. Then I'm going to, got to get the lid.
That would be messy.
Yes, it would. I don't expect it to come up that high, but just in case. Okay. So just a good run through a blender to make sure everything is blended up. Then we're going to put this egg mixture over the top. Little pieces of broken up cheese. Oh, this really looks yummy. And then we're going to top this with a cup of sharp cheddar. We usually get mild. In fact, all of our cheddar is mild cheddar. So we had to go in search of some sharp cheddar for this recipe. Jim was able to find a package just the right size. Actually, I shouldn't have measured. I just should have put cheese on the top because, as you know, Jim is such a cheese lover. I will probably put more than a cup on here.
Sounds okay to me.
And yes, I'm going to do that. So, of course, when you make these recipes, whenever any of us make recipes, we always have the freedom to adjust it however we see fit. So I probably put an extra half cup. So this is now ready to go into the oven, and it goes into a 350 oven, and then it bakes for 40 to 45 minutes until everything is done and the cheese is melty. So we will be back after this is out of the oven and has cooled enough so that we'll be able to cut it up and package it. So we will see you then. I just barely took this out of the oven, and I wanted to show you that after it comes out of the oven, we sprinkle the top with 6 pieces of crumbled bacon. And the bacon is thick cut peppered bacon, and boy is it ever good. So there's this layer of bacon. Yummy, yummy bacon on the top. And now we're going to let this cool until we can. Now Jim and I are going to have a piece of this for breakfast right now. Then we are going to let it cool and cut it in serving size pieces so that we can get them in the freezer, and we will come back when we are putting them in those baggies. So I am now bagging up this casserole. It is nice and cool. You most certainly want to let it cool so that the eggs can completely set up, and then it just makes it really easy to pull it out. So it comes out in a little brick. I'm putting 2 servings per baggie, one that's a little larger so that Jim and I can each have a piece. We had this for breakfast. Jim, what did you think?
I think it was good. I even put some salsa on top.
Oh, what a surprise. So if you didn't hear him, he said he thought it was really good, and he even put some salsa on the top. So Jim is a cheese and salsa guy. But it is really good, really, really good. I'm very, very pleased with this, and it sets up beautifully so that we can package it with ease. And these will freeze well. Now, these will probably stay good in our freezer for about 6 months. It could be longer, but 6 months is kind of a good round figure. I don't get too excited about how long things can stay because we rotate through things pretty fast anyway. And so we will have several breakfasts that are now out there, ready to go. And the bacon topping was especially good, didn't you think, Jim?
Yep.
So this turned out to be a great success. So you can go to our website and click on the recipes link, scroll down to the bottom of the first section, and it is right there, and it will be Make and Freeze Meals 10. And I have just been actually working on that, and I've put an index as the first page so that now you can quickly refer to any of the recipes that you might want. So thank you so much for being with us, and I hope all of us are really working on getting those 60 days worth of meals prepared in advance, because we just never know what the future in these uncertain times is going to bring. So thank you for helping everyone and all of us to be prepared, and we will see you very soon for more videos.